Hey! Before we dive into this juicy story, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button, will ya? Seriously, it helps the channel grow and brings you more honest, fun content about money, choices, and the little habits that change your life. Now, let's talk about something a lot of folks are noticing lately. Restaurants are looking emptier and home kitchens are getting busier. What's going on? It all started with a moment we've all had. You sit down at your favorite lunch spot, glance at the menu, and your eyebrows raise. Simple sandwich with a side salad is now almost $20, and that's without a drink? You smile politely, but inside you're thinking, what in the financial crisis is this? More and more people are reaching that tipping point. A regular meal out that used to be casual now feels like a luxury. And that change isn't just about higher prices, it's about what people are realizing. Eating out used to feel like convenience. Now it feels like a money trap. Think about it. If you grab lunch 3 times a week and spend $15 each time, that's $45. Multiply that by 4 weeks. You're spending over $180 a month, more than $2,000 a year. That's the cost of a small vacation, or better yet, a serious emergency fund. But it's not just about the money. People are looking at their plates and asking, was this even good? Portion sizes are shrinking, food feels rushed, and service can be hit or miss. You walk out with an empty wallet and a half-full stomach, wondering why you didn't just stay home and make grilled cheese. There's also a new kind of kitchen pride happening. Folks who once claimed they couldn't boil water are now making their own ramen bowls and homemade pizzas. Cooking has become a fun challenge game where you win by saving money and eating well. And hey, YouTube recipes exist for a reason, right? Families are catching on too. Instead of spending $60 or $70 on a night out, they're doing themed dinners at home, like Taco Tuesday, Pasta Night, or even Fancy Dinner Friday, where the kids wear bow ties and everyone eats by candlelight. It's not just adorable, it's financially brilliant. And here's a surprise twist. Eating in is becoming cool. Social media, once filled with food pics from trendy restaurants, is now showing off homemade meals, meal prep hacks, and budget grocery hauls. People aren't just saving, they're proud of it. The idea of being low-key rich is replacing flashy habits. At the core of it all, this shift shows something bigger. People want control. They're tired of feeling trapped in spending cycles. They want to make smarter choices, live better, and stop paying $20 for toast with avocado and a tiny sprinkle of sea salt. And honestly, that's pretty powerful. And the best part? This is only the beginning. In the next chapter, we'll look at how this trend is affecting not just what we eat, but why we eat. Why we eat and how our relationship with money, time, and joy is shifting in the process. The psychology behind the plate, now that people are cooking more at home, something interesting is happening inside their minds. They're not just saving money, they're gaining confidence. Every successful meal becomes a mini win. From perfectly flipping pancakes to seasoning the perfect chicken, it feels like leveling up in real life. And confidence with food often leads to confidence with money. But it's deeper than just food. When you cook at home, you're slowing down. You're planning, prepping, and making intentional choices. That mindset spills over into spending. Instead of buying things on impulse, people are asking, do I really need this? Eating at home is becoming a gateway habit to smarter financial decisions overall. Let's be real, eating out used to be emotional. Bad day at work. Go get sushi. Too tired to cook. Hit the drive-thru. Celebrating something small. Let's get dessert downtown. But now, people are learning new ways to reward themselves that don't leave their wallets in tears. A relaxing night with homemade nachos and a movie feels just as good, maybe even better. And here's a wild thought. People are discovering they actually enjoy their own food more. Why? Because it's made with care, seasoned how they like, and they don't have to guess what's in it. No weird hidden fees, no market price surprises. Just a plate full of food that feels honest, cozy, and satisfying. This shift is also changing how we see treats. Eating out used to be normal, but now it's becoming something special again. That Friday night dinner out with friends feels more exciting when it's not an everyday thing. Scarcity brings appreciation, and appreciation brings joy, something that's priceless. Even budgeting apps are part of the movement. People are tracking their spending and seeing the patterns clearly. Whoa, I spent how much on burritos last month? Once you see those numbers, it's hard to unsee them. Awareness creates change, and change creates new habits like meal prepping, using leftovers, and packing lunch with pride. This isn't just about saving money, it's about taking your power back. Every time someone skips that overpriced coffee shop and brews their own cup at home, they're saying, "I've got this." And that confidence ripples into bigger areas like tackling debt, investing, and dreaming bigger financially. And let's not forget the social side. Friends are now hosting potluck parties instead of going out. Everyone brings a dish, and no one brings a giant bill. It's community without the cover charge. People are bonding over food they made, not just food they paid for. That's real connection. As this movement grows, something else is happening. People are starting to ask not just how much they're spending, but why they're spending. What's driving their habits? What's worth it, and what isn't? These questions are unlocking a whole new way to live, and that brings us to something even more powerful in the next chapter. From eating out to leveling up, once people start understanding why they spend, the game changes completely. That $20 meal stops being just lunch, it becomes a decision, a trade, a step toward or away from their goals. And when you see your money as power, every choice gets more meaningful. You're not just skipping a burger, you're choosing your future. This shift is making people ask, what do I actually want? Not just today, but long term. Do I want more freedom, less stress, a bigger savings cushion? Every meal made at home becomes a quiet investment, not in stocks or crypto, but in peace of mind, control, and real-life progress. And that stuff, it adds up fast. People are realizing that eating out was often just a distraction, a way to avoid boredom, stress, or decision fatigue. But now they're replacing that with better habits, reading more, starting side hustles, even learning new skills. The time and money saved from eating in is being used to level up in life. And let's talk numbers without using actual digits. Imagine someone spends around $2,000 a year eating out. If they redirected even half of that into a high-interest savings account, they'd build a safety net without even feeling it. It's not about being extreme, it's about being aware. This isn't about guilt, it's about choice. If someone truly loves a certain restaurant, they can still go. But now, they go because they want to, not because they forgot to grocery shop. The meal becomes intentional, not automatic. That's the difference between spending and investing, even when it comes to tacos. And hey, there's something special about living below your means. It's like having a secret superpower. While others stress over credit card bills and restaurant tabs, you're calmly building wealth behind the scenes. No flashy posts, no loud flex, just quiet progress, and maybe a homemade smoothie to celebrate. Some people are even turning their kitchen skills into income, starting food blogs, selling meal plans, even offering home-cooked plates to neighbors. What began as a way to save money becomes a way to make money. Talk about a full circle globe. So what started as avoiding expensive sandwiches has become something way bigger. It's about rethinking habits, gaining control, and building a lifestyle that actually feels good. No more paycheck panic, no more buyer's remorse, just smarter living, one home-cooked meal at a time. And if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the curve. You're not just watching, you're learning, thinking, and maybe even changing. Trust me, that's something to be proud of. Now go hit that subscribe button, share this with a friend, and maybe make dinner at home tonight.